I just made a video about how a lot of parents kind of come short when it comes to education and teaching their children life skills and what they need to know. It probably comes off very pretentious just from the way I speak and how nonchalant it comes out, which I apologize for. I have a really hard time speaking without making it sound like it's some sort of judgment. I will preface that I am not a perfect parent. I just see what's going on. I try and figure out why it's happening and I make adjustments and move on. One example of this is that my child, my eldest, at one point between the ages of 1 and 2, she had access to YouTube and she was on her, we did have a tablet at one point and she was using that. Barely any regulation. I had my second child and things just went to crap. She was having behavioral issues, like she couldn't focus. She was very angry when we would turn things off and try and do family time. She was just very distracted. And one morning, probably about 6 months after having my son, I was just like, this has to end. Like, this needs to be fixed. She's not becoming who I thought she would be at this age. So we switched to movies only and during certain times, and we focused heavily on self-regulation. And we just went forward. And it took about 6 months for her to regulate and become a happy, healthy child. And I'm sure there are still things that I currently do that need to be adjusted and taken accountability for to ensure that my children grow up more successful than I ever was. But I strive on being able to just not put myself down for my mistakes, but to move forward with better solutions and just carry on. I think a lot of parents take judgment to heart too seriously when you could just be doing the hard thing and fixing it. I don't think anybody wants to be blamed for shortcomings, but just hear the information and move on. A lot of parenting is doing things that you don't want to do for no benefit for yourself, and that's the hardest part about it. It is completely selfless work, and you have to do it if you want your children to be better than you were. You don't have to be absolutely perfect. There is no such thing as perfection. There's only adjustments and moving on. And with that saying, what are your accomplishments as parents to have done the hardest thing?